It's week 1 of the 2024 season, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They work now on 2nd and 9. Young will set to throw. They'll find the former Steeler, Deontay Johnson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Colin Saunders. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Saints will take. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Now here's Young. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be first. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now 2nd and 9. Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Following the interception, Young checks this down to Hubbard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Young. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
From the shotgun, it's Young. This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Terrace Marshall, 57 yards. And the Panthers are back within a score. Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cards looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. For the Saints, this is why they signed him. They got a strong performance from their quarterback, Derek Carr. He's got 2 touchdown passes already, but he's also thrown 2 interceptions. So it was feast or famine whenever his guys had the football. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something happen to this point. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Young. That caught by Trimble. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Young from the shotgun. There's Trimble, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Young working out of the gun. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Young now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, Young. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Back to throw. Young. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Young throwing to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the ball comes loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Out of the gun, it's Young. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the...
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Young will set to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now 3rd down and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. The decision made for them, they've got to go. It's 4th down. One last shot for Young. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Panthers coming up next.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Junior. Bringing an end to that play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards a Charger who's still on the field and in some pain. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Young working from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. So on 4th down now, the Panthers calling an All-Pro several times over. It's Johnny Hecker for the punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So now...
Ready.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all...
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Young. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Connects with Hubbard.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Stays. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Another punch brings Johnny Hecker back to the field. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. The Chargers and Gus Edwards headed back out on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Young to throw. That's Jonathan Mingo complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Defense shows blitz. Young. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost. You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Ready?
On third down, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that fair catch corralled just... And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Young looking to throw. He's trying to lay it in deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Come on, set. Ready.
Here's Young on first and 10. He'll get this one to Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
A good defensive play breaks that one up. So now it's going to be third and long.
Here we go, set.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. On fourth down, out comes the Panthers field goal team and Harrison Mevis. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the break. The Chargers visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll start in the NFC with an intriguing one at AT&T Stadium. New Orleans paying a visit to Dallas, and that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. A touchdown pass for Trevor Lawrence. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Amon-Ra St. Brown over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Eward. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Eward.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here.
Ready, set.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Now it's Young. It is caught left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
On the set.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Cut, cut.
From the 36. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Ready, ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And he'll have this fair catch right. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go now.
Throwing from the gun. It'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Cut, cut.
Looking to throw, Young. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it. Young. Caught out left. Still has some space inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Caught near the goal line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. He's got it! And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Young. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Panthers making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool.
Here we go. Set.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard.
Here we go.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Ready, great.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready.
Young working from the gun. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Ready,
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They put a receiver in motion here left. A second down throw for Young. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Let's go now.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they can